Hey there, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Gwen from the Dr. Gwen International, Inc., and host of the iTunes show, the Dr. Gwen Podcast Show. Well, we're back here on Monday afternoon. I am feeling completely amazing. You know, the last few weeks have been bright, but not as bright as they have been for me. And this morning I woke up and it felt like it was a brand new day. I'm hoping you're having this experience. You know, a lot of times in our own bodies, we have energetic shifts that happen that cause us to feel a little off or a little different. Sometimes it's the technology, like the technology in our environment, like our cell phones or our tablets, the Wi-Fi in our homes, and those things that throw us off and cause us to feel not as alert as we normally would, or not on target as we normally would. And just as a little side note today, I'm going to talk to you about your business building order. But just as a side note, I just wanted to mention that it's really important that you take care of yourself and whatever frequencies you're allowing in your environment. When I say frequencies, I'm talking about the Wi-Fi signals, the signal from all the electronic devices. Those things do throw your body bouncing around me from day to day. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Now, we just completed a whole 3-section of videos on how to ensure your business thrives. And last week, I put up an interview from Kimra Luna. And Kimra is a branding specialist, an online specialist who has moved from rags to riches, literally. And so she had some tips and some ideas that she shared with you about what it takes to be successful in business. Now, I want to invite you to go over to my blog page and to read up on that. And also, while you're there, read up on the 3 videos, the 3 blogs that deal with how to cause your business to thrive. Those are really important. Now, today I wanted to put like a step-by-step list for you on what are the things, the order, the priorities of building your business. I do have a checklist which gives you some of the things that you will need to consider when you are doing an online business. And that can be found at passionstoearnings.com/business checklist. I will put that link here at the top of this video for you so that you can just click and go to it. But this list today is, I'm going to invite you to get a pen and paper. I haven't really comprised this into a downloadable list, but I'm going to give it to you because I feel like it's really important for you to know these steps when you are building a business. And actually, even if you have a business that is brick or mortar, what I find is that there are a lot of people who are not online with their businesses. And a brick and mortar business can be also much more progressive bringing that business online. So don't think because you have products to sell in a physical store that you cannot be online. You can attract a wider clientele base that way. Maybe you don't want to mail your products. There are possibilities for you to consider if you have products that are online. For example, Amazon fulfillment. You can actually ship your products to Amazon and have them fulfill that product to you. Or you can do it another way. There's even a video on my website for that. So what I'm trying to do is to build a database of resources for you so you can be clear about what you need to do to start a business, and you can demystify the process. You will find that it's not such a mystic process. It's not so esoteric as it used to be. There was a time when I thought, my goodness, I could never have a business because I didn't know the ins and outs of it. But now that I've been doing my own business training for upwards of 7 years now, I realize that the process is very simple, can be very simple. And though the process may not be all the time flowing freely and easily, it can be and is very simple. So let's start off. How do you bring a business online? What are the order of operation, so to speak, with which you need to do stuff? And this is not necessarily a 1, 2, 3, 4, do this, do that. However, it is a high indication of the processes. They're pretty close in proximity. You can probably switch out 1 with 2 or 2 with 3, but the process is pretty similar. So the first thing you want to do, as I mentioned before, is to get your niche quite clear. Who are you wanting to serve? What kind of business are you going to have? You may already have a product that you want to bring to the market, but the first thing that you really have to do is to test, to see whether there are people in the market who will buy your product. So you may shoot something out on Facebook, offering an invitation, maybe a discount, maybe a free trial for people who would want to try the product, and asking them if they'd be willing to purchase the product if you a price tag on it. And how much would they be? How much would they? So it may be a consideration that whatever they're giving is something you will consider, and then you can get different information from various sources. You could even pre-sell the product even before it is created, just to see whether people will actually buy the product. And there's a really great resource that you can get by Pat Flynn. His book is on Amazon, Will It Fly? Now, if you get that book will walk you through a process of how to figure out whether your product is good before you actually make a product and find that nobody is showing up to buy the product. But you want to get your niche. You want to be clear on who it is that you will serve. So that is going to require some homework. It's going to require that you do some search to find out where these people are, what are likely their age groups, what are they buying. And I actually invited an expert to do a webinar with me on searching on a lot of different websites to find this information, and I will post that video next week so that you can have it to find out how you can do your searches to find your clientele. The next thing is, after you know what your niche is, and that niche is really, really specific, you want to fine-tune it. Some people say, I want to serve everybody. That's not a niche. And unfortunately, serving everybody means that you probably are not going to serve anyone. For example, you may have a vacuum cleaner for women, and perhaps men could also use the vacuum cleaner. When you niche down, what is actually happening is you're fine-tuning your message so that you can market your product to people. So the type of message you put on your website for attracting women will not work with the guys because they come from a completely different perspective. Similarly with age groups, different age groups come from a completely different perspective. So you've got a niche so you know what your message is. Then you want to name and brand your business. You want to brand your business, yes. What are you about? What is your key message? When people see your business, what do they think of? For example, for the Dr. Gwen, I hope it is empowerment. You know, empowering people, empowering business owners to skyrocket their business profits, empowering people to get results in their life, to be passionate about what they do. That is my brand, like getting people in line, completely in line with what they're about. Once you have branded, you want to start creating and building a list. I personally think that that list building comes before you market your product, because you will have a better opportunity to say, here is a product that I have that I likely want to put out there. Would you buy it? Now you're getting to see what you need and who are the people who will be attracted to it. So in list building, that niching allows you to find out what their needs are. We talk about their pain points, their pleasures, their joys, their psychographic, their demographic, the psychology of how they're thinking, what their lifestyles are, right? We talked about that in the videos. So you want to be able to take that psychographic and use that information to build a list. Now, when you create your list is going to lead you to developing something of what I called a lead magnet or a freebie. That is something free of value that you're going to give away to these people who are your niche market. And this is why you do your homework. So you know what they want. So you know what they need. So you can create something from scratch that they need. Remember, business building is solving problems. So by searching out your niche, you know what their pain points are, what keeps them up at night, what are they passionate about. And you create something that is easily digestible, which is what I call a lead magnet, that will help you to give them something that they want that's going to help them to solve their problem. So once you create this lead magnet, you are going to have to put it on a website, what I call a landing page. And on that landing page, you will create the list. Like when they opt in, they give you their email address and their name in exchange for this free download, which is something they really, really need. Now you can find these people when you create this lead magnet. If you were already building your list and you already have a list, you can send this information out to them so that they can opt in. And down inside, I don't want to confuse you by throwing around too many terminologies, but we have what's called a funnel. And that lead magnet is usually at the top of your funnel. So that's the first thing that they opt in to get into. Then inside of that funnel, you're providing value. You're sending email, maybe a newsletter. You're updating them. You're nurturing your list. And then eventually develop a product which is related to that lead magnet that they will purchase from you eventually. Now, to find new clients, you may have to go out and do social media advertising, Facebook ads, maybe post information on Twitter, post information other places. Some people buy their traffic to get the leads that they need. There are various different ways that you can get your traffic. There is a particular way that I think a lot of people don't consider, and that is face-to-face networking. That has been the most effective method that I have found for me. I'm a speaker and I'm an author, and no doubt I get leads from my book and from my speaking engagement, from going out and addressing audiences. I speak to the needs of those audiences. So by speaking, these are all different ways that you can generate your leads to get potential clients, to get people that you can nurture and people that you can serve. You can do webinars. I had one last week where you do a training on the internet and you invite people into a process to share what is important to them. So there are different ways that you can get these clients. And once you have gotten these clients, then maybe you want to create process to maintain, like to maintain the leads. Maybe there's another product or service that you may be coming up with down the road. And during the process, you are providing value while they're sitting on your list. Now, why do you send the emails out? Why do you send out emails on your list? You want to keep them top of mind, so to keep yourself top of their mind, so that they can remember you, so that they can know you, so they can like you, so that they can trust you. And if you're providing great value, information for people that they can literally use in their lives that will make a transformational difference, then these people soon will be word of mouth marketing folks for you. They will share what you're about with others. They will do other things with others. So those are the generalities of how you can bring leads in. Now I want to turn the attention to a little process in, I told you I'm creating an online course that's going to help you with your marketing and getting clients. One of the ways that you can begin to start getting yourself out there, getting noticed, is to go to trade shows maybe, or maybe you can partner up with other businesses and you can exchange information. Maybe they will send out a flyer with their packet, or if it's a real estate business, perhaps your flyer is there, and maybe you as a business owner may do, let's say, security systems. Maybe your security system can be sent out to those people, and while you're out there in the field, you could exchange the real estate business brokerage name to the people you're interacting with, and so it's a win-win both ways. But typically when people buy from you, they don't just buy from the start just because you're on the internet. And I think that's where a lot of people make the mistakes. They're thinking that if you go out and you put yourself out there in business and you have stuff out there, people will buy from you. No, it requires a certain level of ability. You providing constant information for them so that they are able to utilize that information in their personal lives to make a difference for them. And then the process goes on. There are several other different strategies which I'm not going to go through on this video, but I will leave that for a later discussion on how you can begin to expand and grow your business. Several different other ways, okay? So my friend, I hope that this recording was of value to you. And what I'm asking you to do is I'll put that link at the top of the page, and I want you, we will have the blog on the page as well by next week. And I would like for you to go over to the blog, read the blog, comment on the blog, share resources, share where you're at in your business. And if at a point you feel that you want to take advantage of an offer that I will be presenting as a result of Black Friday, which is a free consultation, a complimentary consultation with you just to assess where you're at so that we know where you're going, what exactly that you're clear on the goals that you want to achieve, so that you know what may be slowing you down or stopping you or standing in your way of achieving what you want. Then I will also put on here a link for you to reach out and connect with me so that we can get on a phone conversation to help to guide you through where you need to go next in your business. Friends, this is Dr. Gwen, empowering lives to live purposefully and passionately, and helping business owners skyrocket their business from the inside out. Take care. Bye.